Hey,
Hey,
we're,
hey,
we're back again. It's been
it's us.
it's been a week since we've seen you. Realize an entire week.
It's gone quick.
It has.
All
It's
these
just
weeks go
it
quick
it just
lately.
it just flies by. But we're glad you're here, and thank you again for all the comments. And all some of you sent some funny things following last week's show about getting old, and they were as hysterical as some of them that we thought we came up with
We
for
we
you.
thought we covered it, but
Yeah,
obviously not.
and it's always fun when you share comments about the show and maybe next time add this one because
Mhm.
we take notes.
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
we listen to you.
Stuart probably listens to you more than he listens to me,
I do. Oh,
depending.
and we got into the subject of packing because I think one thing that most of us have done over so many years is when you're getting ready to go on a trip, the first thing you want to do is try and consolidate as much as you can
Right.
so that you don't take as much you know baggage as you need.
Well, so you can leave some room for those goodies that you're going to buy while you're away.
Well, that's true, but you also have those little folding
Yes,
bags that if
that's
you
true.
buy
You
stuff
could.
you can add. But if you're flying, you want to keep it down to a minimum because you want to try and keep everything overhead and not have to check it in. But when you're traveling by car, it's a little easier, and
Yeah.
we do a lot of that. But you learn in time, I think, how to pack. And you and I have two different styles of packing, and we
We
are
didn't
going
used
to.
to. I
No, no, no,
picked it
no,
up.
no.
I picked it up
Yeah.
from, I don't know, one of those shows. I don't know, QVC, or I have no idea where.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. I'll have to
Hmm.
try that.
Yeah.
So what is it? What is it, pray tell, that we are talking about? I have a tendency to pack the traditional way, laying everything down. I usually put my slacks down first. Then I usually put my dress shirts, next. And then if I'm taking shorts and casual shirts, I put that in next. And then you put, underwear and socks and everything
Right.
up on top.
Right.
And all you roll a lot of your clothing. And
The thin things. I mean, if I take wool sweaters or something
yeah,
you can't. But yeah.
What is the advantage? I mean, do you find that you
And so you put the leggings on the bottom or the pants on the bottom, or you can even put the pants like you do, and then roll the tops and the nightwear and everything else and roll that and put that on top of the pants.
well, the one thing that I think that rolling has done is it is less likely that the clothing will wrinkle
That's
because
right.
I know that sometimes my dress shirts, when I take them out when you get to the hotel or whatever and
Right.
you hang them up, you almost have to take the
The
what am I trying
steamer.
to say? The steamer, to get the wrinkles out.
Well, but that's why I've also started packing a small suitcase, but taking a hanging garment bag lately, especially if we're driving. There's no problem with that.
Right.
You can lay it out on the back in the trunk or on the back seat.
Especially if you're going someplace where you're going to have to wear some better clothing for an event or two. You put it in a hanging bag, and now you free up that suitcase
Right.
that you're taking in and out. You don't have to worry about having all your better clothing.
And you can put those shoes in the bottom of the hanging bag. It might be heavier for just a bit to carry it into the hotel, but it
Right.
frees you up for the suitcase, the carry-on, whatever that you have. You don't have shoes in the suitcase.
And I've learned to carry a backpack. And what we'll do also if you're traveling by car is to take a second bag that just has a couple of changes of underwear and maybe what you're going to wear overnight in the hotel, and your DOP kit and toiletries, and put that into a separate bag and take that into the.
We just have one small bag each of us to carry into the hotel, and we leave the suitcases in the trunk for our destination.
Yeah, and if you need a change of a shirt or slacks or something, put that into that backpack or secondary bag, and it makes it a lot easier rather than having to take everything into the hotel and then bring everything back out.
Correct. But you know what? I've started rolling my towels, like my kitchen towels. And it gives me a lot more room and flexibility on how many towels I can get into that drawer.
I didn't think that, because I
Yeah.
thought, volume is volume.
Mhm.
That if you've got 20 towels, whether you lay them flat or you roll them up, you'll be able to get them into that drawer. It's almost like a physics type.
It is.
But you're absolutely right. When you roll up your kitchen towels and all, you can probably get 20 to 30% more towels in that drawer.
Not only that, but because we're in Texas, we're living in Texas, but yet we visit a lot of warmer climates. I've got different pairs of socks, nylons, everything. And so I roll my socks now. And
Yeah.
and it's amazing what I can get in that one small drawer.
Yeah.
So you can roll with anything. It doesn't matter.
The pair that's on the top, but you're not sure what color the one is that's on the bottom. And what I do is
Right.
I fold my socks, then I fold them again and I put them in the drawer,
Mhm.
stack them like
Yes.
side by little soldiers.
Yes.
That way you can see every pair that's in there, and it's surprising how many pair you can get in that way.
No, it's true. Yeah, it really is. And like the lotions and stuff that we women have, I really rely on those travel bottles terribly. And even my hand cream. I have a favorite hand cream. And so I bought actually I used little pill boxes, and I put hand cream in the pill boxes. And one pill box with hand cream goes in my purse, and another one stays at the hotel. And they're small and they go everywhere.
And at CVS or Walgreens or wherever, whatever pharmacy you go to, there's usually a section where they've got
Travel.
all those little travel things, like the little travel toothpastes. And why carry a bottle with 250 aspirin tablets in it when you can buy one of these? It's got maybe 10 or 12, and
Right.
it's just enough for you, because that way you don't have to carry a very large cosmetic case. You can downsize that and take up less room in your suitcase. Probably the hardest thing that I find to pack is shoes.
Yes, you're right.
Because they take up
So,
so much more
yeah.
room. I have a tendency to put a pair of shoes, or sometimes two, in the bottom of my backpack. It makes for a heavier backpack, but I can accommodate more in the suitcase. Now,
True.
what do you do with your shoes? I encourage you to take the shoes and put 2 or 3 pair of socks inside the shoes, rather than having the shoes. And number one, don't ever travel with the shoe
Shoehorn.
horns
The shoe
or
shapers.
trees.
Shoe trees, shoe
Yeah,
shapers.
because it adds so much extra weight. Take those out and put 2 or 3 pair of socks inside the shoe.
Socks, underwear.
Yep.
Anything like that.
Yeah, because it'll help keep the shoe, will keep its shape, and also makes it a little bit easier when you're packing or carrying or traveling. Also, take a pair of sandals that you can use as slippers inside
the
the
hotel.
hotel. But if you're going to go down to the pool, you're going to go down to the boardwalk or to the mall or whatever, assuming this is a warm climate, it serves a dual purpose.
Now, if you have boots, a little bit more difficult.
Well, that's true. But in that case, what you do is, if you're traveling by car, especially, or even fly, wear the heaviest, bulkiest pair of shoes that you have.
Yeah.
Like if it's running shoes, travel in your running shoes so that you can make your dress shoes and your sandals or whatever, use that to pack in your cases.
Right. I'm trying to think, what else do we do?
You can always take a pair of socks and put it in between the side of the suitcase and your clothing. It's a great place to put belts. If you have anything else that is long and thin or whatever, put that in the sides after you put in all of your clothing.
And if you're taking another purse, ladies, sometimes you like to have different purses to change out. If you can, I mean, it's nice the purses to be flat. It is a little better. But if you want to, you can put some small cosmetics, something that you don't want to break, like maybe perfume that you can wrap up in a sock.
A travel mirror.
A travel mirror. Yeah, I do travel with a travel mirror.
And
I
you
can
use
put
it.
that in the purse and that will pad it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I did come across a travel toothbrush and I thought, oh, this is going to be,
the
maybe
ones that pull apart. And
yeah.
what's that?
And you know what? I took it because I don't know why I took it. Maybe it was inexpensive. And I used the heck out of that on our last trip. It really was.
Clip this thing on and you're good to go. I also buy the travel size fragrances.
Yes,
Because
I did buy you a couple.
and your deodorants.
Yeah.
Because most of the deodorants come in a travel size. And it's amazing, so that you can add a little something like a little pill box, extra pill box, or add a little container or something of some Tylenol or Excedrin or so.
Yeah. To bring those bottles, forget it. Those huge bottles, it's
And
no, it's a
guys,
waste.
another tip is go out and get yourself some Bic disposable razors, because to have to take a shaver with a cord to recharge it and all is bulky. It takes up a lot of room for those. If you can do it, those Bic disposable shavers have got that little gel a strip on the top of them, and it kind of acts as your shaving cream too, and it works great when you're traveling. And
so much room. Then I found them in a package like those wipes come in, like the wipes come in. And even that was a thick package. Well, I finally just found makeup remover floss that are very, very tiny. They fit into a small wrapper, and it's about the size of a cough drop. But you open it up and it unravels, and it's a big piece of cloth to take your makeup off, and it's great. It's not oily. It's wonderful. And you can get them in most of the major stores, carry them now. Some of the grocery stores, I've even found them. You can get them like a pack of 30 in a big bag. And I took like 8 or 10 out of them, out of that pack, and I put it in my cosmetic case, and I was good to go. So look for that. They're very small. Very small wipes.
I mentioned fragrances. If you want to take something like a Drakkar or something, that they make that in like 5 or 6 different sizes, and there is a small travel size. But I don't know the brand name, but there is a aftershave that comes in a cigar tube.
Yeah, I bought that for you, and it's thin.
It's a little spray, and it's like a fine cigar aluminum tube, and it's glass, and you take it off and you spray it, but it's the size of a cigar.
It really, it's
and
amazing.
It fits very nicely into a dop kit instead of a bottle, a fancy bottle.
And actually, they make that for women as well. They make a cologne for the women.
Oh, really? In a little tube, and you protect it that way, just in case it might leak. It's in a secured tube.
Yeah, it's the best.
Yep.
So just a few of our tips that we've
from us seasoned travelers.
Well, I wouldn't say we're world travelers, but we're definitely seasoned. Definitely, seasoned or older.
Yes, we are the jalapenos of travel.
Oh, well, that's interesting. That says it.
Yeah,
that about says it all.
There's comparison.
Yeah.
But and just like we do with some of our other shows, if you have specific little travel tips that you think we should know, go to either one of our Facebook pages or to the website and drop a note and say, hey, I picked up a really good tip for traveling light or when
absolutely, because we'll take all the tips we can get.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so if you're going to be packing up the car or packing up the suitcase to go someplace for, whether it's for spring break now or getting ready for travel in the summer trip, take a few tips, lighten up the load, makes it easier on the back. And wherever you're going, just drive carefully and have a great time. And wherever you are, you can always pick up our show on Thursday.
Let us know where you've been. It might be something for a show.
Yeah. Yeah, we might invite you on the show to tell us about how you packed your bags to go on your trip. Okay?
It's a deal.
See you next week.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.